Stars in the sky, cards in my head.
Good morning and welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory and chance to just check in with the universe. So, my name is Jamie with MyTarot.org and I am here to give a start to the day with a breath. Again, I say it every morning, but it's just that reminder it's okay to take a breath. So next week I'm going to be in Salem, and that is very exciting. I decided not to do our morning reflections because, to tell you the truth, I thought about pre-recording, but I just don't do that well. It's like I like a connection, even if it's like this, because I'm kind of doing it for myself and I'm sharing it with people. But it's the same reason that I don't charge people for online readings, because I don't feel that connection with, if I'm doing it for other people. Doing it with you and sharing this with you is one thing. So that's why I'm not going to do the online readings. And then pre-record them and then put them out. I just don't feel that that is the right connection. So good morning, Maureen. And good morning. So I'm going to listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Take a breath. There we go. And what does that remind us to do? It reminds us to put our feet flat on the floor. Have our butt do the kitty dance. Let our shoulders relax and our neck relax. And take that breath. So, tomorrow I'm doing an event up in Hagerstown, Maryland, so that'll be fun. I'll be reading for people and doing all kinds of fun things, so that will be fun. Okay, so what are we doing here then? We are finding a focus. Like I say, after all this time of doing this, it really does help to get centered in the morning. Something dropped. So I'm going to make our... Oh, where's it at? Come on, what happened here? Our camera doesn't want me to leave. I'm going to try one more time here. I don't blame it because I don't want to leave, but that's okay. Sorry about that. Remember, everything is a omen. So, what does this mean? I'm going to try one more time. So, oops, I know. But again, everything happens for a reason, so this is interesting. It's all plugged in. No, this is one of those things where
Wow.
Wow.
So I wonder.
Okay,
as I like to say,
there are no
coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. So what is going on today? Because this has actually
delayed us
for that short bit.
And
it's about me going away on vacation. So this is wild. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it just as it is right here. Good morning, Maureen.
Maureen.
I know what that's from.
I've learned that much. So, you know how I always say that there are no coincidences and everything happens for a reason and all those wonderful things like that? And I do believe that. So the question is what's going on and why, right? Okay. You jinxed it. No, you didn't. So, now we're going to reach out to the universe. And again, nothing's negative unless you see things as negative. And that's the important thing. The point is, when we stub our toe... Actually, I'll tell you the story. You know what? Here you go. One of the most important things that I had learned growing up is somebody had told me, and I really truly believe this, is that he told me that if you're driving down the road and you have someplace important to be and you miss your exit, we have an option. We could either scream and curse by the fact that we missed that exit, or if we believe in a higher power of any type, what if our higher power knew that if we'd gone off that exit, that we would be in a crash and it would be either life-threatening or something horrible would happen? He's like, you could either be grateful for missing that exit and just trust the universe, or you can curse and have a miserable rest of your day. So I really have lived with that ever since I heard that. You know, if you miss an exit, it's funny because it's a joke around my house now. If we miss an exit or go down the wrong way, it's like, well, it's better than crashing. And maybe somebody needed to just hear that story, right? So here is our stack, and I'm going to make 3 more stacks, each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one of these is a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead us down one path, this down a different one, and this down a totally different path. And this is going to be a totally different read than if my camera had not messed up. So for that, I'm going to go for the center. I'm going to go for what's right at the heart. Let's see what we need to know. I'm going to do our 3 and 1. This is always exciting now. And trusting in the universe, I'm going to flip over the cards one at a time, like the pages of a book. And so don't forget, I'm going away on vacation. So here we have the Fool. Walking into the next card. So this can either be about being oblivious to things and just letting ourselves become happy and carefree, or it could be missing the obvious. But this looks like a happy scenario, actually, because The Knight of Cups. Knights are fire, action, and activity. Okay? And cups. Cups are emotions. Cups are water. Cups are our feelings. And it almost looks like a story here where we have the Fool. Now, in the Middle Ages, when the tarot first got created, the Fool relied on the kindness of others. And here we have, when I see the knight, you know, a page wants to be a knight wants to become a king. So a knight's just in that middle, and this is that learning phase that we go into as we're learning something new and we're moving forward and things like that. And again, a lot of times this can also reflect in the people around us because it's a court card, or it could be us, or it could be part of the situation. But I'm getting this really good vibe so far. But let's see what the next card is. It's a Seven of Wands. So the Knight of Cups is kind of oblivious to things. And the Fool, you know, it's almost like these two are having a party here, which is fine. I mean, God knows I love a party. Seven of Wands. Wands are fire, energy, and creativity. Okay? They're action. Sevens are about potential, drive, ambition, wanting to get things done. So people here have heard me say this a million times. The Seven of Wands is the herding cats card. So this spread is not about my vacation coming up. This is about, yes, we enjoy life, but sometimes we turn our backs, we forget, we get distracted. This is a very ADD read here. And we have these things that we need to get done. And so this is where we spend, you know, 80% of the time doing something else, and then we try and do 20% of the work in the 80% of the time. I'm sorry, we do 80% of the work in 20% of the time because we're distracted. You know, life is good. You know, we got our drinks here, we got the Fool here, we're having a good time. But eventually we're going to have to jump up on this rock. We're going to have to start lining these wands up. We're going to, if we get too distracted, we're going to pay by having to do that frantic, oh no, I've got a deadline kind of thing. But let's see what the advice card is. It's the World. So, and the World is the last card in the deck. For the majors, the World is about completion. The World is, this has come up already in the, this week. But when we think of it like this, when we get to the end of something, when it's ready for a new cycle, we're already celebrating. We've done so much, but we're not there yet. So this is almost kind of like, yes, celebrate and enjoy what we're doing. You know, we're working hard every day. And it's good to celebrate. And it's good to let things go in our heads for a while. And it's good to think about the past also. I'm sorry about that it's that you have the memorial tomorrow. But no, you did not jinx this. Because this is actually a very kind of life-affirming thing, because again, this looks like so much fun. Yes, we're going to have to jump back into work again, and yes, but sometimes we need that distraction before we jump back into work. And it's also about celebrating, because we have these chapters in our lives, and just the end of a day could be a chapter. You know? But these two cards just really just seem to, my intuition is just saying that it's such a joyous chance to be a Fool, and that we know that, you know, Saturday, Sunday, and here comes Monday. Right? And that we celebrate life, and we celebrate moving on. We celebrate moving forward. You know, sometimes maybe it's this thing where we'll finish up tomorrow. We may have to work twice as hard. But my gosh, this looks like fun. Look at these guys.
And, you know, the night's not the king. The night is us when we can still play and have fun. The king is when we're very serious and need to get things done. But I see these two. So it's almost like for this weekend, you know what? Monday will come when Monday comes. You know, and we can start a new chapter. But maybe we need to celebrate like it is the end of a chapter. Maybe we need to find joy this weekend and just put everything aside. Just know, you know what? I'm going to pay for this on Monday. I'm going to pay, but today is a day of celebration. Today's a day where I'm just going to be a kid, you know, this night who's how we were when we were in our 20s and 30s. Celebrate every day like it's the end of a chapter, maybe. You know, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So we celebrate today with the understanding that tomorrow will be something totally new. So with that, find something fun to do this weekend. Find something to enjoy. You know, you have all the stress and strain, you know, from work or whatever it is. That can come later. But again, today is the first day of the rest of our lives. The world says, change has come. Change is going to come. So celebrate now and we'll work on it tomorrow. And with that, it's the total celebration of life. Thank you, and everybody have that amazing, amazing week. I'm going to miss you a lot, but I'm not, you know, I tried doing it before on vacation, and boy, man, it became work. So, I will see everybody again in a week. Thank you so, so much. Please take care of yourselves, and have a drink on me. And I don't actually drink, so you can make it apple juice if you want or whatever. But take care, and I will talk to you later.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears.